All right, guys, walking into the Next Level Acoustics reference theater. This is one of two that I'm going to be doing today. But let's go ahead and check something out real quick for you guys. So this is a really cool space. What we have here is this cool Joker purple typed themed man cave, as it would be. And this room gets a lot of attention, especially from him, the owner, as well as him and his family. They really enjoy this space. So what we got going on in here, this is the Next Level Acoustics reference system. What we have are several offerings to let you guys know about. So let's talk about the speakers first. So we have the we have the CI in-wall 55s for the base layer. So let's see if we can pop these things off real quick. I'm gonna need a hand. Someone pop these off real quick. But I'll show you guys that in 5, 4, 3, check it out. So these are incredible. We have dual 5s and a really cool tweeter right there in the center. I've heard these things. I'm just showing this to you now, but I've already done some demos in here, and the overall experience is really dynamic, really punchy, and there's no issues with sound. Like I heard, to me, this is truly a reference grade system. So I really enjoy that. The audio quality, dynamics, detail, it's something that is truly, pun intended, next level. So we have the in-ceiling 44As up here. I don't think I can pop this thing off, but maybe. I'm too short. Can't do it. But you'll see that they have a couple different drivers in here. We have dual 4s, 1, 2, and then we have the tweeter here. It's actually angled so that you can angle it towards your listening position. So that's really cool. So you guys can have a really awesome in-ceiling speaker. You guys can use these things for the surrounds as well. But that's kind of the idea with that. And we have 4 of these in the room. So this is a full-on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 7.2.4 system, Atmos system. But that's kind of what's going on there. We have the HVS 15 right here up front. At CEDIA last year, we had the 18s. And if you guys remember from CEDIA last year, this was one of the big components involved in that Hisense room that we did. But this is the 15, and it's laid on its side basically because there is a height restriction because of the screen. These things are really good. I would suggest adding at least one more sub down here. I think you can use a little more bass, but this is a pretty big room, so do with that information what you will. In the back, we have this in-wall 10 IW10RS Pro, and then this is a dual 10-inch configuration in-wall subwoofer. This thing is killer. So it fits in a standard 2x4 frame in-wall construction kit, and so you don't have to modify any lumber or anything in your walls to make these things fit. Definitely works out great, and it sounds incredible as well. So it saves space. If you guys want subwoofers, you guys don't have a lot of space, you guys can do that. And then I think that's going to complete the room as it would be. Let me tell you guys about some of the components in here. We have the Sony 6000. We have that little guy here, calibrated, ready to go. And then we have a 140-inch 240 screen from Stewart. This looks like a Studio Tech 100 with microperf. And then the walls, actually, the sides, are masking. So that's a really cool system. Big shout out to Stewart Screens. And that's pretty much all I got for you guys. So let's do a quick demo in here. I know it's YouTube. It's probably not going to come through audio quality wise on the video, but it's just something a little fun to show you guys. So we'll do a quick demo, and then I'll pop back in here in a minute. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up from this portion of the Next Level Acoustics demo theater. We just got through watching Extraction 2, did a quick little demo on that one for you guys. One thing I didn't talk about with the system, as you guys actually saw on the image before, whenever we did this original part of the video earlier, there was actually not life size, but there were some depictions of what the speakers are right behind there. Those are the reference cinemas. So those are the ones that are behind the screen. I should have mentioned that before. But yeah, so listening to the overall demo in this space, it was really cool, especially with these Atmos speakers overhead. This was very realistic in how the objects moved around the room. Really like that. These in walls right over here made it really seamless as well. So I really like this system as it's set up right here. But if you guys want to check this stuff out, please don't hesitate to reach out to Next Level Acoustics. They will be able to get you guys taken care of. So that's all I got for you guys. We will pop back into the other portion of the Next Level Acoustics room right after this. So before we jump into the demos, I wanted to show you guys the Reference Cinema series of speakers. Actually, these are behind the screen, as you guys saw from that earlier clip that I did. There was actually a YouTube video in which you saw all three of those, and these are actually in this room behind the screen. So these are the Cinema series. This is the Reference Cinema series. You can actually get these things in this configuration right here. You can also get them even bigger, depending on if you have, you know, a normal home theater or if you're going for actually like a reference level private cinema. So we have, this is an in-wall or on-wall type construction. Let me just show you guys that real quick. It is meant to fit in a standard 2x4 stud bay. So we have dual 8-inch drivers, as you can tell right here. These are 8-inch speakers right here up top. And then we have this compression driver right here in the center. And then you guys can see the construction right over here on the side. So this is an awesome speaker. Actually, we used these things at CEDIA last year. I was highly impressed by them, and I am still highly impressed by them again with those limited demos that I did right before I filmed this thing. Well, all right, guys, we are in the room now for the second of the Next Level Acoustics theaters. So this is a really cool space. Let me go ahead and walk you guys through it real quick. Up front, we have the HD LCRs behind the screen, and those are the XL versions. So if you want a little bit more of a music-friendly and dialogue-friendly system, I think that would definitely do it, and we've already done some demos in here, so I can definitely attest to that as well. Putting the gimbal down and adjusting the exposure. So in the in-walls, we have the IW55s. These have the Dyne tweeters, and these are really cool. Let me see if I can find one with good lighting. Let's see if I can do this. And these are the ones with the floating grills. So this is really cool because this is like millimeters away from the wall, as you can see right there. But let me pull this. Cool. So you guys see that the speaker is right there, perfectly recessed in there. Very cool finish. Magnetic grill that is wafer thin that can just go right over the top. So let's see if I can do that one. Oh, that's perfect. Strong magnets in there so you get a nice positive feedback in there as well. And then in ceiling, we have the CI IC6As, and CI obviously custom installation, custom integrator. And then you have the in-ceiling versions. I can't really pull that down because it's kind of tucked up in there pretty good. So you guys can check that out right there. We have a pair of those. And then we also have for subwoofers, let me show you guys this down here. This is the massive 15-inch HVS 15 right here up front. This thing makes all the difference. This is a very well-tuned room in which the bass response is very linear all throughout. So to even match the tone, they have a 12. Let me see if I can show you guys that. They have a 12 right back here in the back, which helps with, you know, supplement the extra sound that's going through the room. So again, this is a 18 long by 13 wide room. We're using some of the Next Level acoustic speakers all throughout. This is a really cool design. I like it. So I'll show you guys the rest of this area pretty soon. But I like the bar back here. We have this Sony 6000 right here up front. We even have this thing that is really cool. So this is the first time I've seen this. This is actually made by a musician. And if you guys have ever had bass shake on your image whenever you're watching your movies, this is a dampener that you put in between your mount and your plate so that your subwoofer doesn't have to suffer whenever your bass is rocking and rolling and you know, really getting the screen moving or the image moving. So that's that. We have Acoustimac. I'm pretty sure that these are Acoustimac throughout the room. We have matte paint and nice sconces. Obviously, you guys saw the subwoofers right up here in the first place. And this is a really cool hidden magnetic door. That is awesome. I'll show you guys that in just a minute. We have the Stewart film screen. This is a Studio Tech 130 G3. You know, it is one less than the G4. So this is a really cool screen. It has masking on the side. Whenever you choose a movie, it will mask for you, which is really cool. So we have that there. And then I think that's pretty much going to wrap up this room. Obviously, you guys have some really cool seating right here as well. But yeah, let me go ahead and wrap this portion of the video up. Let me do a quick demo, and then we will be back with you shortly. Well, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up from the next level leg of this video tour. Super impressed with this room as a whole. Super impressed with the line as it would be as well. If you guys want to check this stuff out, please don't hesitate to reach out, gridhifi.com. You guys can go there and check out the product. You guys can also pick up the phone, shoot us an email. We'd be happy to help you out with all of your next level acoustic needs. Again, thoroughly impressed by the overall experience that these guys gave me. Big shout out to these guys for letting me into their homes. These are some of the actual owners of the company's homes, and they're gracious enough to be great hosts and give me an awesome demo as well. So that's all I got for you guys. I'm going to make another video about this really cool stuff that the guys have upstairs, so you guys can see what their offerings are, not just for home theater. So if you guys have a media room, an office, whatever it is, you guys can check out that stuff as well. So check out that video coming up very, very shortly. Links down in the description. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.